Alright, you guys know how much I love a really good brawl. And when it comes to crossbows, these two brands are going at it head to head. Raven and TENPOINT are bringing the heat this year as they both launch a bow that's 500 feet plus per second. So Raven came out with it first. They launched in 21 the Raven R500, which was hitting 500 feet per second. TENPOINT launched in 22 a bow that would hit 505. Now, both these brands' bows are actually shooting faster than the advertised speeds. And when we see that, it shows you that both brands are putting a lot into this, right? And they really want to have that title. Right now, obviously, TENPOINT holds the title. The bow is the fastest in the world at this point. But we do have to also look at the bows as a whole. And I don't want to take anything away from the quality of these bows, the design of these bows. They are both great bows. And we have to admit that 500 feet per second, if you're actually hitting the number, which they are, is blazing fast. And to be honest, at this point, they're both great options. So I want to show you guys a little bit of the differences today, talk about the head-to-head differences between these bows, because they do have some major differences before them. Both bows are completely different and are not the same. So it's not hard to see that there are a major difference in the look of these two bows right off the bat. So we can see TENPOINT is using a reverse draw system. Their limbs are backwards, whereas Raven is not, it's forward. And actually, when I first saw the Raven cocked, I actually thought it was a reverse, but it's not. Now we can also talk about testing, right? So we do know from what advertising has come out from TENPOINT, they have tested their bow out to 25,000 shots. They feel very sound that their bow is going to produce quality and not have any issues. We have not heard anything from the Raven camp on exactly how many shots have been tested with their bows. So there is a difference there between the two companies and how they do their business, especially in the marketing side. All right, in the head-to-head to these, the TENPOINT length is 30.5 inches, whereas the Raven is 28. So the Raven's a little bit smaller in the overall length of bows. The cocked width of the TENPOINT is 6.5, whereas the Raven is 3.6. So again, like we said, the Raven's a little bit smaller overall when it's cocked and uncocked. The uncocked TENPOINT is 12 inches, whereas the Raven's 7.5. The power stroke on the TENPOINT is 17 inches and the Raven is 15 inches. The overall pounds is 7.9 pounds with the TENPOINT is 7.9 pounds overall with the AccuSlide built into it, whereas the Raven is 8.4 pounds. FPS, the TENPOINT is predicted at 505, whereas the Raven predicts 500. Again, both of these are actually different when we actually did our testing. Both of these bows shot over their speeds. Pricing. So between these two bows, it's a very close pricing situation here. The TENPOINT is, the way you see it without the camo, is $3,050 about, and the Raven is $3,025. So now TENPOINT offers a lot more options. So now they can add camo for $100 more, and then you can add different scopes to make the price go up, but you can get into the Garmin Zero scope, the Burris, Oracle scopes to give you some range finding. Whereas the offer from Raven is to give you a electric drive system for the more expensive price, so you can add this drive system and it will cock the bow for you, which is pretty cool and unique when you think of the tech part of that. All right, so when it comes to the cams, obviously they're completely different cams. Two different companies, two different cam techs, two different cams. The TENPOINT uses what they call the RX8 cam, whereas Raven uses the hex coil cam. TENPOINT uses the AccuSlide to pull their bow back and forth that allow you to cock it, reverse it, stop it quietly. No issues there. Raven uses the Versa drive cocking system. Same concept. You can crank it, uncrank it. You can when you hit the max, you can keep going. So you hear that? That's the clutch. Won't over crank. It's not possible. It has a system to help you not over crank, which is pretty cool. I would say the AccuSlide is a little cooler in the sense that when you take off the arm, you can shorten it and then it goes into the stock where you can put it away, whereas the Raven doesn't do that. It just pops out and you have to find a place to put it. It doesn't get smaller, that cocking lever. Both bows are going to come with two nice scopes. They both have really nice scopes. They're both going to come with a quiver, and they're both going to come with 6 arrows made specifically for their crossbow. So if you're asking me who wins this fight, I'm going to ask you. You guys comment below which one you like better, which one you're more interested in. Again, both these bows are different, so I don't want to come off like they're close to being the same. They're actually not. There's a lot of differences between these bows and just the general bow itself, the look of these bows. They have completely different looks, completely different tech. But I can tell you that both companies are strong companies, very good companies, and a lot of emphasis on these two crossbow companies right now and these two models. These models are the hottest thing in the industry for a very long time when it comes to crossbows, and knowing that two major brands are going head to head with these two great bows is a really cool thing in my opinion. It brings a lot of fun to the industry, especially with what are they going to come out with next year, right, to keep going. It's going to be very interesting to see. So we'd love to hear your comment on these two titans and what they're doing with their companies. If you like what you see, comment below. Let them know like what you're thinking, what you like and don't like about their models they put out, and what you hope to see from their models going forward. We'll see you next time on BowHunterPlanet. Thanks for watching.